Well, folks, I got some news recently that my batteries in the truck are dead. And when I say dead, I mean real dead. Today, we're going to pull them out, put them on a charger, and see if they can bounce back. Otherwise, I might be out about $400 for another pair. Okay, let's get at it. All right, well, like I said, when I say dead, I mean dead. 0.3 of a volt. This is a nice new set of AC Delcos. One here, one over there. So over the last few months since I moved, actually let's say about 6 months, some of you remember the truck was in Vancouver for a while. It's been here for the last little while while I'm sorting out the transfer case. Which, by the way, my wife is in Vancouver right now picking up those parts, so hopefully that will be back up and running soon. But anyways, typically I've been disconnecting the batteries and just leaving it there, but once I got it home, I hooked up the alarm and got all that going again. And I guess somewhere in there is a giant draw off the battery, because after being parked for I think probably about 2 weeks or so, the alarm, I tried to open the truck with the button one day and the alarm wouldn't activate the door lock, and I mean it is completely stone dead. So I threw a voltmeter on it and was pretty shocked to discover that my new batteries are at 0.3 of a volt right now. So I don't know a ton about batteries. These are good batteries, so I don't know if there's any chance of them recovering. But anyways, I'm gonna pull them out, put them on a charger, and just hope to God that they bounce back. All right, well, I got the first battery hooked up to my MotoMaster battery charger. I'm probably going to opt for something pretty casual. I mean, obviously I want it on 12 volt, 2 amp, 10 amp. I think we got to put some power in it. I think 2 would be more of just like a trickle. So I'm going to go for 10 and throw her on there for an hour or so. I'll come in with the voltmeter a couple times and check on it and see if the thing comes back. I don't know how accurate that is, but pointed at green. Hopefully that's a good sign. Man, it'd sure be nice if these batteries come back. Okay, well, a bit of an update. This battery here sat on the charger at 10 amps for 1 hour. It is currently saying that it is 11.7, which that is better than 0.3, but I think 11.7 is still deader than a doornail in the wonderful world of car batteries. So I'm going to give this one an hour at 10 amps again, and you know, maybe just give it a break and hope to God it bounces back. I'm pretty, 50-50 on whether or not this is going to work, but maybe we'll give her a few cycles of that and just try and build it up slow and see what happens. Alright, well, this one just spent an hour on there at 10 amps, and now it's at just over 12, so it seems to be doing a bit better. And in that time frame, this one had dropped to 11.5 from 11.7. So out of the two so far, it kind of seems like the one on the left is in a bit better shape. I just kicked it up to 40 amps. I'm just going to run it for 30 minutes now and see what happens. I sure hope I can get these things to bounce back, but anyways, we'll just keep plugging away, see what happens. All right, well, it's actually starting to show some signs of life. They're both sitting well above 12 volts right now. I'm going to give them each one more blast of 10 amps for 30 minutes. And I'm actually going to get them up off this concrete floor now. I'll probably put them on a board or a piece of plywood or something like that, just because I know cold concrete can drain a battery. And I'm going to do that one more time to each of them, let them sit overnight, and then tomorrow we'll test it and see is there enough juice to start the truck, or am I on the hook for some new batteries. All right, well, this is not the big truck, this is the Dakota. I went to start it up and the battery is actually dead. So I figure what the heck, I can't really start the 12 valve right now anyways because it doesn't have a transfer case, and I'm not sure if it's going to shoot ATF all over the place, so I'm just going to go ahead and see if this battery will jump start this little truck. All right, well, wish me luck. Oh, that's a good sign. Well, That is cranky. Alternator seems like it's bringing her up pretty quick. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take this thing for a drive and get that battery charged up. Weather's been cold, this thing's been parked for a while, and once I go for a little cruise, I'm going to come back and test the voltage on the other battery and just see how much it got horrified from jump starting this 5.9 liter V8. All right, well, the good news is that this one battery, after jump starting this truck about 3 times now, it's still at 12.4 volts, so the batteries seem to be doing pretty well. The bad news is, though, unfortunately this thing will not idle now, and its battery is only at about 9 volts, so it might take me a minute to get this thing back to reality. Boy, I really need to take better care of my batteries. All right, folks, well, not really a conclusive test, but at least there's signs of life. Hopefully I can get all this stuff figured out, and actually the battery in this Dakota is definitely less than a year old, maybe 6, 8, 10 months old, something like that. This truck's been parked a lot over the winter, but basically every week or two I would come out and start it up, and man, she's sure cranky today. So anyways, is what it is. Another problem for me to sort out, but at least my batteries for the big truck seem to be somewhat okay. All right, well, not sure what that was all about, but this thing is at 14.3. Seems like the alternator's pumping out some pretty good juice. I'm going to take her for a good drive and hopefully get some power back in it. I brought the other battery and some jumper cables with me, and yeah, hopefully this thing comes back to life as well. Boy, oh boy, tough year on batteries. This is my first year living in a place that actually gets winters, and it's a whole different game for sure. All right, well, usually when you jump start one vehicle with another battery, you've got a car running, you know, so it's charging a bit. Currently we're sitting at 12.5 volts of this battery. I am pretty sure I jump started this truck 4 times with this, and I have to say that seems like it's pretty healthy. All right, so before I put these batteries back in the truck, a couple things I should just mention. I'm not saying that any battery is going to come back from 0.3 volts. I don't know if that's common or not. I will say that all the batteries in the 2 trucks, all 3 batteries, are top quality and quite new. The one in the Dakota is a bit too small. You might notice that, and the reason for that is because I had that same one in the Xterra, and I used to bounce batteries back and forth depending on which one I had insured, and it always worked pretty good in Vancouver. And I bought another one. It was, you know, a good quality battery, but a really small one, so it was cheap. And it works fine in the Dakota, but as soon as you get into some cold weather, it is just barely able to turn it over. So it's probably going to have a pretty short life, and more than likely I'm going to have to get a bigger one for that truck. But anyways, just wanted to mention those in case some of you with a keen eye happen to notice. All right, well, I got the batteries back in here. I'm going to leave the terminals off and wait until I'm actually ready to start it. My wife now has picked up the part that I've been waiting for. She's going to be back home today, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be jumping right in and getting that transfer case together. And fingers crossed, hopefully we can make it work. So anyways, pretty random way of testing a battery and all that, but overall I'd have to say I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So anyways, please give me a thumbs up. Please ring the bell to be notified of new videos, and hope you subscribe and enjoy what's going on here. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day. See you on the next one.